Almost 70 years since Gareth Edwards' fairly exceptional Star Wars film Rogue One comes yet another sci-fi epic to his filmography in The Creator. You know, I always found it very odd and surprising how Edwards hasn't gotten a lot of push in his career, especially after the release of Rogue One, one of the very few positive Disney Star Wars projects ever produced. But that's beside the point. Previously named True Love through its production, The Creator comes as a welcome breath of fresh air in the space of original sci-fi. Even though yes, through its trailers, a lot of the set design and visuals did reminisce of a Star Wars-esque film, but that's not the case in actuality. The Creator leans more on the Neil Blomkamp or Edge of Tomorrow take on sci-fi rather than those of a big budget franchise, meaning massive boots on the ground escapades to tell their respective stories. But that's the Creator's biggest weakness, is its story. Hanging in the battle of the war with AI is John David Washington's Joshua and his beliefs and morals around it. And I've gotta say that even though JDW's had a fairly rough past few films, I'm looking at you Amsterdam, he is more than serviceable in the role. He's actually quite good. But it isn't enough to save the film's plot. There's something about it that feels very tropey, very fundamental, and at a fairly strong reach, very safe. While yes, the importance of the war to the film's story is shown heavily throughout the film's runtime, the writing just isn't there to help support it. And when the writing isn't there to help support its story, it's also not there to fulfill emotional highs it's trying so desperately to hit. Those highs that Gemma Chan's Maya is supposed to help prop up, but in the end, it just falls flat. There's also a lot of emphasis on his relationship with her and the AI child that feels very artificial, and I don't think that's the avenue it's trying to take. You can tell it's trying to have you care so much more than you actually do for these characters, but I just can't bite it because it feels way too close to your by-the-books sci-fi film, much like those District 9s and Edge of Tomorrow's, except the difference was those had far stronger stories and far stronger character dynamics to help support it. So what carries the film is the very good production design, visual effects, and of course cinematography. Greg Fraser, who was the DP of The Batman, Dune, and Edwards' last film Rogue One, helms that chair for this film. And I mean, he's just done it again. And learning about the fairly small budget and the cameras that they were using for shooting, it's an achievement in efficient filmmaking for sure, while also balancing great camera work, gorgeous visuals, colors, and visual effects. Just stunning. The only thing that bothered me was the incredibly squished aspect ratio. I felt like half the surface area was just a black screen, and it made everything feel unintentionally isolating. The score is actually fairly good as well, being that it's Hans Zimmer, but it's not recognizable enough for it to stand out. The song that stuck with me the most was the Radiohead song that played when they were first dropping in, and that's a problem with the film as a whole. It's technically executed at a very high level, but it's creatively generic. Ideas of years past in the new age with modern tech, leaving me slightly disappointed in Edwards' effort here. I just feel like he needs better writers to fully break through the glass ceiling he's been knocking on for the past decade of his career. I'm feeling a decent 3 out of 5 on this. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.